So today is going to be a very fantastic time because we are going to be taking it up a notch from yesterday. So yesterday we had Mr. Sadiq and Mr. Ayodeji who took us on the importance of understanding strategy and also took us on the introduction to automation, and we just did a lot of introductions yesterday. Today we're going to be taking it a step further because we are going to be going deeper than we did yesterday. We're going to be going deeper. I don't have all the time to really, give a shout out to everyone. Maybe I'm going to be doing that at the end of the program because we have a lot of things to cover. So I'm just going to be, I'm going to be looking at how we can actually do that at the end of the program so that we can cover the things we need to cover. I'm going to be going I'm going to be very, very raw this morning. What I mean by raw, I'm not going to be showing you slides. I'm going to be going to where the work is being done, how it works, and everything that you need to know. All right. Now, first things first, let me quickly confirm. Can you all see my screen? Can you see my screen I'm sharing my screen right now. Can you hear my voice? I'm on my MT4. Can you see my screen? Can you hear my voice? Please confirm for me before we continue so I can be sure. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you very much for your feedback, Mr. Henry. I can also see your feedback, Olaya. Thank you so very much. Mr. Adeyemi, I see your feedback. And Mr. Jonathan, I see your feedback. Okay, so let's quickly go into it very fast. So the major thing is this: how do we automate an account? How do we automate an account? How do we automate an account? Mr. Gilbert, I see your feedback. Thank you very much. How do we automate an account? It's quite simple. One of the things that you can do to automate an account is that you need to first of all understand what it means, what automation means. And now we've done the introduction yesterday, but let me just take it from where we stopped yesterday. Now, what we talked about yesterday was that there's an option in trading that allows you to automate your account. If you look here right now on my chart, you discover that there's something called auto trading, auto trade, right? There's auto trade. Auto trade means I have the option to put a software on this account, and the software will be the one to take the trade. The software will be the one to buy or to sell. Okay. So for example, if since I already have some softwares already, if I want to automate this trade, so this is a trade on AUDJPY, AUDJPY, right? So if I want to automate this trade, I just come here so I come to now let me quickly say some facts. One of the facts, number one, is that you can't do this on the phone. That's fact number one. Fact number two is that you need to have a software. So let's assume that I'm using any of this software. Let's just put one of them there. Let me look for, let me see, let me see. Okay, let's pick this guy. So once I pick this guy here, it's going to ask me for a lot of information. I'm gonna explain what those informations are. We call them inputs or parameters. All right, parameters include the lots. What is the starting lot I want to use? What is the profit I want it to close? The number of pips I want it to close. Every time it makes a 5 pips profit, it should close for me. Right? What is the grid? I'm going to explain what grid is and everything very soon. All right. So once I'm done with all this, I just click on OK, and then you can see it has taken a trade. This is on a live account, ladies and gentlemen. This is on a live account. This is not a demo account. It has taken a trade for me right now, and you can see the trade is already running already. So once it comes to, I mean, all the requirements are being fulfilled. Why did it take a buy and why did it take a sell? I'm going to explain how everything works. All right. Now, once the requirements are being fulfilled, it will be the one to close this trade by itself automatically. And if the trade does not go in its direction, it doesn't. There's some AIs that doesn't use stop loss. I'm going to explain all that very soon. I'm just giving you an introduction so you understand how AI works. So you can see that this trade that is being taken right now was not taken by me. It was taken by this software that you're currently seeing on my system. Now I'm doing this on my laptop, right? But if I close this laptop now, there's problem because this AI, this not AI, I don't know why I keep saying AI, EA. All right, it's not AI. AI is what, if you are talking to somebody about it, you say AI so the person can understand. But for traders like you and I, it is known as expert advisor. It's not an AI. It is a pre-programmed system that takes trade based on instruction. So if I see A and B, I will buy. If I see B and C, I will sell. Simple. So anytime A and B is true, there would be a buy trade. Anytime B and C is true, there will be a sell trade based on the parameters. What is the lot that has been set? There's a preset lot that I can set. I can say, okay, take a trade with 0.01, take a trade with 0.02. Your first trade should be 0.01 or whatever lot I want to put. Once it goes into a 5-piece profit, close it for me. All those things are instructions that I've given to the software, to the EA. So it's not an AI. An AI is artificial intelligence. An AI is a kind of system that takes that operates based on some very, very complex rules, and it is self-aware, it is self-learning. As it's making mistakes, as it's going to be learning. But EAs, they don't learn, they stick to a particular program that you have already set for them. And once the what's it called right now? Once the rules are true for a buy or for a sell, they simply take the trade based on the rules. All right. Now, if I want this to actually work, I cannot be, it's already in profit right now. It's already going into profit. If I want this to work, I cannot just be taking this trade here. I need to be taking the trade on a server so that anytime it goes into profit, I can close. Anytime it goes into profit, it can close. So if it doesn't go into profit, there's a way, this particular AI, now, if it doesn't go into profit, there's a way it works that it will begin to now open more positions. So let me quickly explain to you. Now it has taken a buy 0.01. If this thing goes down some level of, let's say 20 pips down, it will take another buy again. 0.01. If it goes again, you take another buy again. It will be taking buy as market is going down. It is called a martingale system. So there's martingale EAs and there's non-martingale EAs, and I'm going to explain everything. I'm going to be explaining everything to us what that means. So you discover that today is a very packed, it's a very, very packed day. Now, once I put this off right now, this AI stops to work. I can close this trade. I've closed the trade already in profit. I've put it off. The AI stopped to work. So if I put it on, the AI would, I said AI, EA would work. If I put it off, the EA would not work. Now you understand what EAs are and how they trade. You can see that we have taken a live trade using an EA on the chart. Now let's quickly now break it down. And let's start from what are the types of EA? What is the benefits? What are the pros and the cons? And then we will now go and see how to build one. And then this one that I showed you, now I'm going to be sharing it with you, like I said, for free of charge. I'm going to be giving you like 2 or 3 today, free of charge. I'm including this guy. I bought this guy with a lot of money. But like I said, for everybody who is serious about this business, I'm going to be sharing it. And I'm also going to be teaching you how to back test it. How do you back test? I'm also going to be teaching you. So there's a lot of things we need to do today. I don't even know. I'm not trying to rush. At the same time, I'm trying to rush so that we can actually achieve a lot of things in just 1 hour. Okay. So let's start from what are EAs and what are the types of EAs, and then the benefits, and then the some of the risk that involves in trading with EAs. All right. So the first thing you need to understand is that EAs are pre-programmed softwares that are programmed to take a particular action when the set of rules are true. If A and B is true, take buy. If B and C is true, take sell. Those are what EAs. That's what they do. That's what EAs are. Right? Now there are 2 types of EAs. There's martingale EA and there's non-martingale EA. Now all this is I'm giving you not from a book. I'm telling you, I'm not reading ChatGPT for you. I'm giving you facts. I've been using these systems for over 5 years, so I'm giving you facts from what I know, right? So martingale, non-martingale. Now, what are martingale system and what are non-martingale system? I'm going to explain, all right? Now, a martingale system is like this one, like this EA that you have here now. How it works is that, let's assume that the trade is going down. The martingale system will be trading against the trend. It will be taking, as market is going down, normally manual traders are supposed to trade. So most of you don't know, but there are 2 types of trading. There's quantitative trading and there's qualitative trading. What manual traders use to trade is called qualitative trading. I don't know if somebody is writing. I don't know if you are writing. Though this section is recorded, but please, I beg you, wherever you are, you can pick a pen, wherever you are, just jot some things down. It will really help you. Because I might not have the time to really structure this, because this is supposed to be something that we are supposed to do for at least, this section alone is supposed to take us at least 1 week. This section alone is supposed to take us at least 1 week. You understand? So I'm trying to manage the time. So please jot some things down, write some things down, because it's very, very important. All right. So there are two types of trading that people don't know. We have the qualitative trading and we have the quantitative trading. Qualitative, quantitative. All right, Mr. Emmanuel, please, can you stop that? I can see your writing on my chart. Please, so that you don't distract me. Thank you, sir. Okay, so qualitative and quantitative. Now, qualitative trading has to do with trading based on the normal things we have there, spread, what's it called, support, resistance, when you see other block, all those things, those are called qualitative traders. We qualify the charts and take our trade based on the qualities we are seeing. That we call it qualitative trading, right? So most of the time you're trading along the trend. Good. But you see, there's another one called quantitative trading. That is why people that trade for large banks are called quants. You can go and search it, Quant. Quants. These are guys that trade for big hedge funds, trade for big banks. They don't trade like you are trading. They don't trade based on support and resistance. They trade based on mathematical principles. They trade based on what price is doing in terms of numbers. They are looking at the numbers, not support and resistance. And every little difference in number matters a lot to them. All right, so it's a lot of there's a lot of mathematical computation going on when it comes to quantitative trading. Now, this quantitative trading does not rely on trend, whether trend is going up or trend is going down. It doesn't rely on trend at all. It relies on what is called pullbacks. Okay, so when an EA is programmed for martingale, the EA sometimes can be using qualitative and quantitative, while there are some that use only quantitative. What it means is that they are not really concerned about the trend. What they will do most of the times is to be trading against the trend. So market is going down, they will be buying. So you can have a buy here for 0.01. So it bought here 0.01, for example. The market now went down. It will buy again after some number of pips, and you can determine the number of pips. Let's after 20 pips down, it will buy. It will not close the first one. Take notes. It won't close this one. This one is still in the trade. It's still running, right? It's not going to close this one. It will not take another one. Now, the reason why it has taken this one is because it wants to use the profit of this one to be able to mitigate the first loss. If this one goes up small, it can use this one to mitigate this particular one. Now, once that one doesn't go in profit, our market keeps going down, it will take another one after 20 pips again. It will keep doing that and keep increasing the lot. So from 0.01 to take 0.02, the next one could be 0.03. It depends on your lot multiplier. Your lot multiplier system is how you want it to be multiplying your lots for you. You can set that one, right? So there are some that are very aggressive, there are some that is less aggressive. That is why some traders do not understand. They will say, EA blew my account. The reason why the EA blew your account is because that EA is a mitigation system that has an aggressive, probably has an aggressive lot multiplier, and your capital is not enough. That's why when you are using a very aggressive lot multiplier EA, you can't use it on a dollar account. You have to look for something that is less. But, so if you have this now, what it means is that let's say this is now 0.08 and this is 0.01, 0.01, 0.02, 0.04, 0.08. If this 0.08, if market now pulls back a little bit, let's say market now pulls back from here, when it have taken the trade, it now pulls back a little bit to this point, it would close all these trades, all of them, it will close all of them at the same time at this point here, and you will still end up in profit. It will use the big profit from this last one to mitigate all these other small ones immediately. Just a simple pullback closes all the trades. That is why it is only when you don't have a visible pullback, and maybe like gold now is just rushing down, no pullback at all. That is when you have accounts blowing most times from EAs like this. But with a simple pullback, let's say 20 pips pullback, 50 pips pullback, depending on whatever is happening there, it will close all this trade in profits and it will begin to move. Now, the good thing about it is that if you have enough capital, you can make a lot of money from this kind of system because market will always pull back. It is only really when you see market moving and something must have happened. Market will always pull back, right? Now, the bad part of it is that if it wants to go in the bad direction, it can go very fast and you can have a lot of issues very, very fast. You understand? Very, very, very fast. Now, we now have the non-martingale system. Now, the non-martingale system is the one that uses support and uses resistance. The non-martingale system are the support and resistance or any other strategy, like strategy that was taught yesterday, like the RSI strategy and the MACD strategy, strategy that you can code into a non-martingale system. A non-martingale system. Now, the non-martingale system most times used to have their support and resistance. So take profit and stop loss. So let's say you have a take profit here, you have a stop loss here. But from my experience, what I have experienced most of the times is that most of the times it will always take you out in a stop loss. This one does not have stop loss. This martingale system does not use it. It doesn't use stop loss. So there's no how the trade want to take you out in stop loss. It doesn't use stop loss. It will keep opening the trade until market reverses. But for the one that uses stop loss and take profits, it would most of the times take you out and then bounce back and then take you out. And then there's always a very long back and forth. The profit will not be consistent. You get me? The profit will not be consistent. From my own research, the most profitable EAs that can give you level of consistency are martingale EAs. They are martingale systems. But you just need to understand how to set them and how to use them and how to be very, very careful with them. If it is very, very aggressive, then you don't want to use it on your account. If you have a small account anyway, if it is less aggressive, you need to backtest it and be sure that it can maybe work for an account. That's why I tell people that if you want to use a software like this particular one now, this particular software, if you don't have this particular software, can be doing between $200 to $500 for you daily, but you have to have 10K in your account and above. This particular one is going to be giving you between $200 to $500 daily, but you have to have at least 10K in your account. All right. There are other ones that you have to have smaller, you understand, but you need to understand how they work. And most of the times you need to actually use them on the demo account first. So all the ones I'm going to be sharing with you today through your account managers, once you get them from your account managers, you need to test them on demo accounts before you even go ahead to put them. Now, we've talked about the softwares and how they work, the different types and everything. Let's quickly go to setting up these softwares from scratch. Now, I have a lot of softwares here, and there's some of them I'm going to be giving to us. There's some of them I coded myself, like this guy. This guy here is my code. I coded this guy myself, these two. And they are not martingale, they are non-martingale EAs. There are some of them that there's another one too that I did myself on gold majorly. I'm going to be sharing some of them with us after this program. But let us look at how to even code our own. How do you code a software yourself? It's very simple. The first thing you want to do is you want to have a workable strategy, like the one that was taught yesterday. All right, you want to have a workable strategy. But we're going to be doing something very simple using moving average today so that we don't take too much time. All right. So another thing you need to do is you need to come here. This thing is called Meta Code Language Editor. So we want to do something together right now. Let's quickly do it together. Okay. So let's assume that we have a strategy. The strategy is this, that every time, this is just an example. Okay. Let's say every time we have a moving average, a 20-period moving average, for example. So let's say we have the red moving average 20 period, and we have the blue moving average at 20. So the red moving average is 50 period, rather. That's the slower moving average. And then we have the blue moving average, which is the linear weighted moving average at 20 period. Every time price crosses the blue moving average, we want to take a buy. I'm just giving an example, right? And anytime price, crosses it up, buy. If it crosses it down, sell. Something like this. Now, this is a strategy. Let's assume that this is our strategy. I want to code this strategy into this. Now, we're not going to say that, you know what? We don't just want a cross. We want it to cross it, and then we want to take 20 pips, put the stop loss, the take profit at 20 pips, put the stop loss at 50 pips. All right. So, for example, put the take profit at 50 pips, put the stop loss at 50 pips, so that there's a lot of room for it to move. Good. So take profit and stop loss 50 pips, and then moving average, when the blue moving average crosses, the 20 period moving average crosses up, buy. When it crosses the red down, sell. Simple, straightforward. The first thing I want to do is I want to go to my meta codes editor, which is on your laptop. Once I click on this, it's going to open this for me. Okay. So when I get here, I want to click on, so all these are codes. All these things you are seeing now, they are my codes. All these are majorly they are my codes. But let's quickly go to a new file. Let's click on new project. So what do I want to do? I want to build an expert advisor. You can see it. If I want to do an indicator, you can also build indicators, right? But I want to build an expert advisor. So I click on next. What is going to be the name? The name is going to be tests. Let's say EBC. I don't use EBC. Let's say NG tests. Okay. So let's click on next. Let's click on next. The next thing is we'll click on, I think all this, you don't need to touch anything here. You don't need to touch all this. Just move to the next, go to finish. Why does it have this? Okay, let's come back here. Okay, great. Let's come back here. So this is where we need to put the code. This is where we need to put the code. This is where we need to put the code. Now we don't know how to code. None of us here know how to code, including me. So what do? It's simple. I just go to openai.com/ChatGPT. So I'm here in ChatGPT right now. So what do I need to tell ChatGPT? Simple. I just give ChatGPT a prompt. I just give ChatGPT the prompt. All right. I can actually just dictate this. So let's just dictate. Let me see if I can dictate. Allow this time. Okay. So is my microphone on? I'm coming. Let me confirm so it doesn't waste our time. Because if it's, you know what, let me just type. Okay, so build an MT4 EA for me using MLQ4. So MLQ4 is the code. Is the language that we are using. You know, there's CSS, so just know that MLQ4 is the code. If you don't understand what I'm trying to say, it's the language that I want it to use to build, because that's the only language that this guy can understand. This language you're looking at now is MLQ4 language. You see it? There's MLQ5 for MT5, there's MLQ4 for MT4. So since it's an MT4 account, I mean, this is an MT4, I want it to build for MT4, right? So I'm using MLQ4. So build an EA, build an EA, MT4 EA for me using the MT4 code with the following parameters. With the following parameters, okay? Number one, buy when the 20 MA linear weighted crosses the 50 MA exponential to the upside with take profits of 50 pips and SL of 50 pips, okay? 2, sell if the opposite, I don't need to write that again. Sell if the opposite is true with same risk parameters. Click on OK. So let's see. So it's thinking. You can see the reason why we call it this one AI and we call the other one EA. This one is thinking. All right. So we're looking at what's it going to do. So it's already coding it for me, guys. This is the code. This is the code. This is the code. You don't need to code. You don't need to know how to code. All you just need to do is to give this to ChatGPT. It's going to run all the codes. So it's a very simple software anyway. We're trying to build a very, very simple software. We don't have all the time to build a very complex one. So I created the EA Canva, including blah, 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 blah. You can use this. You can copy and use this. Quick notes. No extra code repeated here. The EA looks close back, close, blah, 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 blah. So if you go through this, what it's just trying to tell you is how the EA works. All right. So, so what I just need to do is to copy this code right now. So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to come here to click on copy. Just copy the code. Once you go back, you come here, and then you Control A, and then you Control V, meaning that I copy everything and then I just paste it. Now I've pasted the code, right? But is it going to work? I don't know yet. Let's quickly run what is called a compile. I need to compile this code to know if there's not going to be errors. Because if there are errors, then there's problem. So let's quickly compile. This is compile here. Once I compile now, we're going to check if there's error. You can see, guys, there are no errors on this code. There are no errors on this code, meaning that this code is good to go. No errors on this code at all, meaning that this code is actually good to go. We can go and backtest it to see. So now that I've compiled it, I need to know if the code is really, really working. I need to be sure if the code is working. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my, of course, I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to go to Navigator. Another Navigator, I'm going to go to Expert Advisors, and I'm going to refresh this. Once I refresh, you can see our NG test is already there. The NG test is already there. So let's quickly go to 1 minute. And then if we put the NG test on 1 year, It's going to ask us for inputs. So we can input this. What is our lot size? You can see the lot size here. I can change my lot size to whatever I want, 0.01, one standard lot, whatever I want to do with my lot size, I can put the whatever lot size there. All right. The stop loss, like we said, is going to be 50 pips. Hope you remember, we can always adjust it from this input. The take profit, you can see, is 50 pips. You can always adjust it. Max slippage, EBC does not have slippage like that. We don't really have slip because we are directly to the market, so you don't really have a problem. And then we have magic number and all that. So allow multiple same direction trades. We can put this as true, we can put it as false, whatever you want to do. Let's just say true and let's see how it goes. So I'm going to click on OK. We're going to click on this and we're going to do this again. So click on OK. Sorry, let's quickly come here. So it's now smiling, guys. You can see it was not smiling before. That's why I knew that it was not working. Once it is smiling, I know it is working. So this guy is actually working now. This guy is already on the trade, and you can see he's already working. Once there is a cross between the blue and the red now, it would likely take the trade. But we can't be waiting for this to happen. So we need to go and check if this is actually working properly. We need to go and check. So how do I do that? I need to do what is called a back test. I need to run a back test to be sure that this guy is working. So how do I run a back test? It's quite simple. All I just need to do is to come here. You can see this thing that looks like what's it called? Looks like a hand microscope, right? So this is called a strategy tester. All right. So once I click on this strategy tester, all right, you can see I want to test an expert advisor. Then I'm going to pick where is it? NG tests. So I'm just going to pick NG tests. Excuse me. Coming. Okay, I think that's the problem. So I'm going to pick NG tests. We've already picked NG tests. And we're going to pick our symbol. What do we want to test it on? Let's test it on gold and see. Let's test it on gold. Now, guys, I'm doing this with you because I told you I've been very busy since yesterday. So we are doing it together, actually. We are doing it together. Let's test it on 15 minutes and let's see. We're doing it together. So we're using 15 minutes time frame to test and every tick and all that. We're going to start our test using just recent data. Let's go to 2025, just very recent data. This is November, right? Let's do October. Let's do September to October. From September 1st to last month, last day in October 2025. Sorry, let's do October. Great. So we want to know if this is working because you can see that I'm not taking this trade. So we want to be sure if this is working. So I'm just going to click on start. Let me see if that's going to give us what we want. So it's already compiling the data. We're going to see if this is, so sometimes you might not have enough. So guys, it's already working. We're already back testing this. Let's see if this is going to be taking trades. I'm just going to fast forward this a little bit. So we can see that the back test is running. We're running the back test right now, but the AI is not, the EA is not taking the trades. So we can stop this. You can see the moving average right now. It's running, but EA is not taking the trade. So what I want to do, I want to go back to ChatGPT. The EA doesn't have any error. Now, I'm going to go back to ChatGPT to say, this EA is not taking trades. So we're going to be waiting for, so it's already adjusting it. We're already getting some level of adjustment here now. All right, so your EA should now take trade correctly. I've updated the code inside the canvas following the whatever. Okay. So let's copy the new code. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But like I said, I wanted us to do this raw. Let's do it together. That's the essence why we're here. Okay. So we're going to just copy the code, compile it. Is there any error? Yes. There's error on two lines, line 76 and line, okay, both lines 76 have an error, right? So this is what I like to do for errors. Instead of me telling it, oh, it has an error, what I would just do is what I just like to do is I just screen grab the error, the part where the thing has an error. Sorry. Let's do that again. Instead of me doing that, I will just screen grab this. I just screen grab this part. Then I go back to ChatGPT and I paste the picture. I just paste the picture of that error on ChatGPT, and then it knows what to do. I don't need to say much. Once I send the picture, it knows what to do. It can see the picture, it can see the error, and it can, analyze the code, give me the right code, and be able to tell me what to do, tell me what not to do. So it's already doing that right now. So he already knows the error. It's already working to fix it. So this is how simple it is to actually create code using ChatGPT. It's not really hard. Now, fine, this is a very simple code we are trying to build. There are other very, very complex ones. There are times I've spent 3 days, me and ChatGPT. You will not believe it. Sometimes that I'll be myself, I will say something, I will like, oh God, didn't you see that this thing has error? You say, oh, I didn't see it. Are you okay? What do you mean you didn't see it? And sometimes it can be very frustrating, but at the end of the day, if you're consistent, sometimes I take a break, I come back, and then eventually you are able to actually get it done. So it has given us the new code. Let's go and see if there's going to be an error there. Okay, this one is shorter. Guys, no error. No error, no error. There's no error. So let's go and test and see again. Let's test run. Let's test run this one and see if we can actually, let's refresh this. Okay, so let's run the test. Let's run the back test again and see if it's going to pick trades this time. We're running the back test again now. We're going to see if it's going to pick trade. All we just wanted to do is to see how it's going to pick trade. We're going to look at the charts. Once it picks the trade, we're going to look at the back, everything. Okay. All right, so it's already running now. Let's see if it's going to pick trade. So it's still not picking the trades. And if we go to journal, you discover that you can see what we have in here. So most of the times when it's not picking trades and you don't know what is going on, you can't tell. You need to come here to look at this. So what we have here is buy field 130, order sent error. So it's not as if it's not picking the trades. It's actually seeing the trades. They're actually picking the trade. But the problem is we are having an order sent error and we're having a buy field error here. So there are two errors that we are having. So this is having an order sent error and it's also having buy field. So what I just need to do, like I said, is I just need to screenshot this. And this will be the last one because of time. I'm looking at the time. I want this to work so you can see how it works. But I want us to also pay attention to the time. And then I'm going to backtest. After this last trial, I'm going to backtest something I've been able to work on. And we're going to see how it actually should look like when you are doing a backtest. But all this process is very, very important because, like I said, this is the reason why we're here. All right. So it's already giving us most of the reasons. So I think the problem is the stop loss. There's an invalid stop loss. Okay, I think the stop loss is not in pips, is in points. Oh, I understand it now. I understand some of the problems now. I understand some of the problems. I understand the problem now. Guys, let's go and do this again. I think I know what the problem is. Let's see if I can fix it from my own end. Let's see if I can fix it. Let's stop this first. Let's go to expert properties. Now, the problem is that it is seen now. We are testing this on a $10,000 account, guys. This is our balance. We're testing this on a dollar account, $10,000 account. That's the back test. But this take profit and stop loss, he's seeing it as points, not as pips. That's the problem. So this is, even though this is saying pips, but it will code it as points. So we need to increase this to 500. We need to increase this to 500. That is why it's having this issue. It is seeing it as pips, not as point. Let's increase this slippage also to maybe 4. All right. So this is the reason why it's not taking the trade. That's why giving us order sent error, because the pips and the take profit and the stop loss is too small. 5 pips is, 50 points is actually 5 pips. By the time you remove spread and all that, that's why it's having that error. So let's see if this can Let's see if this would work now. Let's see if this is going to work right now. Let's check this one out if it's going to work. So I think that's the reason why we're having the issue, I'm thinking, but let's see if this one is going to work now. Guys, it's already working. Our EA is already taking trades. So you see as simple as that. It's taking the trades now, and this is the back test. So we're running the back test and we're looking at the graph. This is the graph. The graph is not looking so good anyway. All right, so it's working right now. It's taking the trades. Let me show you. Let's slow it down a little bit when it takes a trade. I want to slow it down so that you can see. It's too. I don't know how to. So, let me see. So it's taking those trades. Some of them, okay, good. Look at this. Look at the trade. You can see the stop loss. This is a sell trade based on this. You can see the take profit. It's already going towards take profit now. It's already in profit right now. All right. Now, I just load this down so that you see. This is what is called a back test. What I'm doing, I'm testing it on previous data from September to October. That if I was using this EA on a real account from September to October, how much will I have made on real data, right? Real data. This is what is called a back test. I test EAs for 10 years. I run it for 10 years most of the times. I will go and sleep and come back. It will still be running. I want to know if it's really, really going to give me profit if I'm going to use it. I want to see the issues. There are some years where it will blow some account. I will go and check why did it blow the account. Is it because of Trump? Is it because of this one, that one? Okay, how can I adjust it that if that it has taken in profits? It has closed in profits, guys. It has closed in profits. You see it. It has closed in profits right now. You understand? So this is what is called a back test. Now, though this EA is not really a workable, this is actually an example, but let's just look at it. Let it finish running. Let's just look at it. Let's wait till let's conclude it and let's see how it's going to look like. So it's already running, it's running, it's running. The chart is not looking so good though. The graph is not looking so good. So I'm going to explain what we are looking at here. What we are looking at here is the money. There was a time it got to a profit of 100 and it made about $119, right? And then it came down again. So right now we are not really in profits. There's a lot of losses. But remember, this is a non-martingale system, guys. This is a non-martingale system. If this was a martingale system, it would actually be more in profits. But this is a non-martingale system. But it doesn't matter whether non-martingale or martingale. It doesn't really matter. It has already gone up a little bit now. Oh, it has dropped again. You can see what happened there. There was a massive drop around that point. So this is how to know if an EA is working, if it is good, if it is not good, if it's going to blow your account, if it's not going to blow your account. You can see the trade is taking 0.0. Okay, the trade is even 0.1. I can adjust the stop loss, the lot size to 0.01 if I want to, or higher, or wherever I want to put it. So let's just see. I can decide to also skip, and then it's going to give me the full data, but I want it to finish running, and I'm going to explain the graph. It has stopped running now. It has run from September to October, and this is the report. This is the report. Our gross profit was $3,697, guys. $3,697. That's our gross profit. So he made a profit of $3,697.53. However, the gross loss was $4,847. All right. So if you remove the gross profit from the gross loss, you have a net profit of minus 1,149. Now, what this tells me is that the profits, this EA can still be adjusted. Remember, this is a very basic EA. Like I told you, it's not really just basic. I just want to see how it works, how you can code it and it works. Now, I can take this result back to ChatGPT and say, okay, you know what, this is the problem. I want you to help me filter this. It can add other very complex parameters like using RSI. You can begin to put in, there's something called ATR, average true range. It can begin to use ATR as a way of balancing the stop loss and take profit so that it doesn't hit your stop loss all the time. So the stop loss and take profit is always based on volume, not based on a fixed rate. There are a lot of things you can do to this software, but you will be surprised that this particular software right now, that is not making profits right now, can be fine-tuned. So this is a very raw data that we are using to trade right now. It can be fine-tuned into a very, very powerful software. It can be very fine-tuned into a very, very powerful software. Now, let us quickly backtest something that works. Let's quickly backtest this guy. let's see something that works, right? So we're going to be back testing this on the 15 minutes time frame, and let's see how it looks like. So we're back testing this right now on the same $10,000, and let's see this. You can see the way this one works. This is martingale. You can see that there are multiple positions here. This is martingale, guys. This is, you can see it's opening. It's not closing the one down, but it's still opening more. As market is going up, it's opening more. It's not closing the one that has opened before down, no, but it is still opening more because it knows that if you can see it has closed everybody, it has closed everything. This is martingale system. Unlike that other one, this one doesn't use stop loss. It doesn't use take profits. It only relies on the martingale system. The more it's going up against trend, the more it's going to be opening more charts. And if you look at the chart of this, okay, we're not beginning to see the chart or the results. I can skip. It's going to be giving us the chart very soon. So you can see that this is actually looking very good. It's taking the trade. Look at this trade I took here, and it has not closed it. This one is buy 0.05. It's still holding that trade. 0.05. The trade is massively in profit now. He's still holding it because probably he believes that the market is going to. So this is a very complex system. This one is very, very complex. Very, very complex. All right. Unlike the one that we built that was very, very basic, straight to the point. This one is very, very complex. This system uses a martingale structure. It doesn't just trade. It's using the martingale structure to take the trade, and it doesn't have stop loss. It doesn't have take profit. It takes profit and uses stop loss using a dynamic system, mathematical system. It's a mathematical system that this guy uses. Very, very fantastic, very efficient, and in fact, it's something that if you're using it, gives you very, very good return. But at the same time, you must know the risk involved. The risk involved is that there are times that markets might not return. Like you can see, market returns, it will close. There are times that the market will not return, and it's just be going. There are times the market can just spike. That's why sometimes when you're using a martingale system, if it's during the news, you want to put it off. During volatile events, you want to put it off. But even at that, there are sometimes the market can, the market can just move in some very volatile movements without you knowing. And when that happens, you can be in a very serious mess. So everything has the good side and the bad side. It all depends on what you want to use. It all depends on, you can see it has closed all the trades. That's how it works. Any small retracement, bam, it will close everything. Let me see if it's giving us the chart. I don't know why it's not giving us charts. Let me see if I can skip, if I can have the charts. I need to see the charts. Let me skip. Good. Look at the charts. She's already giving us the charts. So I'm skipping to, I want us to skip. So I will now look at the reports, and then we'll not talk about the last thing, which is the VPS, how to set up your VPS, how to put it on the VPS. So you can see the chart is already moving very fast. We have some drawdown there. This is a drawdown. This was a drawdown. This drop here was a drawdown. This is a drawdown. Good. This software right now, around, if we go and check, I don't really have time to check. If you check it properly now, you discover that probably due to a volatile event or due to a news or due to, we're just testing it. Of course, I used to put it off. But due to one thing or the other, look at what happened here. This means that the account has been lost, guys. Anytime you are testing an EA and you see this, it means that EA has actually lost the account. It means that probably something happened. There was a volatile event, and because a martingale EA took too many trades and the capital was not enough to hold the trade, and then because the capital is not enough, it actually lost the trade. All right, it needs capital to actually be very, very efficient. Now, most of the times, what I now like doing is, like I keep saying, Mondays and Fridays, all my softwares don't trade, right? I'm using personally, and people that use softwares too, they understand what I'm trying to say. Mondays, Tuesdays, there any volatile news, I put it off. Like yesterday, 2:30 p.m., we had the news yesterday. It was off. It was off. I made about $200 and something yesterday. Around after it took 30 p.m. after some time again, I said that the market was not really volatile. I put it on. So yesterday I did like around 200 and something. Okay, but you see it. And then my equity guide, I have what's called equity guide, which is at 30%, which means this system, like I can put an equity guide of 30%. If it goes 30% against me, close all the trade, close everything. So it depends on how you want to go about it. But there's no best, there's no 100% anywhere, whether you're using anything. I'm going to be sharing this one with you. Like I promised, I'm also going to be sharing two more that I've been able to get over the years, and I've been able to test, and I know that they are good for you people to also back test them. And you can also do what is called fine tuning. You can fine tune them, right? Based on the results, you can test it on 1 hour. Like, it's going to be better. If you test it on 1 hour now, this thing that happened might not happen. Some of them you can test on 5 minutes. So you need to know the best time frame for them as you're testing it. You need to know the best time frame. Now let's come to the last part of what I want to talk about. I know this class has been very, very interesting. I'm really opening our eyes to a lot of things about EAs and how they work. But let's talk about the last thing, which is the VPS part. Now this is the VPS here, and this is my VPS. Let me quickly log in. This is my own personal. I have a lot of VPS. This is one of them. Now, how did I get this VPS? There are two ways to go about when it comes to VPS. There are two ways to go about your VPS. You can actually buy. Well, there's none of them that is free. All of them you have to buy. But the best one I would recommend is to actually use. You can use anyone, but personally I use AWS. AWS. All right, AWS console. AWS. I use AWS personally. You can decide to use anyone you want to use this. I use these guys personally. All right, these guys, they will charge you, I think, $1. I think the first 6 months is free. There's a way to set this up. First 6 months is free. You don't need to pay anything. And then after that 6 months, so what you are paying is not really much. And it's very, very good. That's what I'm using. So this is it. See it. You can see Amazon, compute amazon.com and all that. I'm using their VPS, and I've been using it for almost over 6 years now. And it's very, very good. I'm not recommending. I'm just saying this is what I use, right? You can use anyone. The other ones, there are a lot of them. Right? There are some of them. This one is just a little bit, it's a little bit complex to set up. This one is a little bit complex to set up. All right, I need to mention that there are some of them that are just straightforward. They will just give you your login details back like that. But this one is a bit complex to set up. You need to know that. Okay, now let's quickly look at what the VPS look like and how you can actually use it. How can you install it and how can you use it and all that and all that. Let's quickly bring it back up. So it's already logging in. I'm already logging into the VPS. Let's just give it a little bit of time for it to come up. A little bit of time for it to come up. While we're waiting for it to come up, please, I want to know, do you have any questions? Let's quickly begin to drop our questions right now. So begin to round off this section. Do we have any questions? I know we have questions. Okay, so let's begin to ask questions. And if it has been very interesting, please, you can also drop a feedback for me. I know about me, I know it has been very interesting because I didn't have anybody to teach me all these things. I'm teaching you people. All right, but this is basically this is how they work, and this is how you can actually build your own. Very simple, straight to the point, from scratch to end. It's not really difficult. It's not really difficult. It's just all about understanding how it works. Okay, so I'm waiting for this my Oyibo system to on now. Waiting for this system to come up. So this system is actually a server, right? I'm paying for it, and it's somewhere in Canada, somewhere in the West. I don't know where it is, but I'm paying for it, and I'm using my laptop to access it. That's why they call it a remote desktop computer. Okay, it is called a remote desktop computer because the desktop computer this computer now is remote, but I am using my RDP, my remote desktop connection, or RDC rather, to connect to it. Okay, so this is what the server looks like. Let me just go to, let's come here. So you can see over the years, I've used a lot of softwares. These are softwares, different softwares, both on MT4, MT5. These are various softwares. All right, so this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Okay, this is how it looks like. So yeah, you can install whatever you can install whatever you want to install. You can copy it from your laptop and put it here. You can install your server, install your software, install everything you want to install here. And then once you click on start working, once you click on this auto trade, now you put it on, it will start working. And then you now log into that same account on your phone. So the same way you install your MT4, all right, the same way you install your MT4 on your laptop, that's the same way you install it here. It's the same thing. This is also a laptop. It's just that it's also a desktop. It's just that it's a remote desktop which you are accessing through your phone. Okay, so the same way you access this, the same way you install MT4 on your laptop, your normal laptop, and use it, that's how you use it here. Honestly, there's nothing so special. There's nothing so tricky or so advanced. There's nothing. There's nothing. So the same way I installed that software, that same way you install it here. It's as simple as that. Just put it from here, drag it here, drop it, do the parameters, back and click on auto trading, it starts to work. Okay, put it on the time frame you want it to put it on and all that. Now I know that some of you might be asking for a much more lengthy section on this. Well, though I don't have the time now, but I'm going to be looking at how we can actually, how I can have a series on this so that we can actually go deeper into it. I'm going to be having a series on this, maybe on YouTube, maybe next month, or maybe in January. I don't know yet, but once I have the time, I'm going to come up with a way to actually go into this deeper. All right, this is another software I'm using here. This is another software different from the one I showed you before. The different softwares I use that I've tested and they're doing very well. This is the one I like to show in my classes, and yeah, there's no 100%, but like I keep saying, if you know how to manage it, you'll be able to actually, do a lot of things with it. Okay, this one actually uses stop loss and take profit, but it's also using martingale. It's also a martingale system. Okay, so do we have any questions as we begin to round off? Questions, let's bombard me with questions, please. I know we have a lot of questions. We can't take a topic like this without having questions. So the next few minutes, let's just take some questions. Okay, I have a question from Mr. Ibitoye. He said, what will you recommend for a beginner trader that's using a small capital to trade? Martingale or non-martingale? Well, I would recommend a non-martingale. Then the small capital, how much are we talking about? Because if it is too small too, I will just, it's better not to use an EA on it. I mean, it's better. Except the EA works on a very small capital and you are sure, and you have backtested it with, let's say, with $100. There's some EAs have actually backtested with $100 and they worked, So if you backtest it with $100 and it works, and you know that, okay, for like 5 years or for the whole last year or for this year, it has been making profit, no issue, you can use it. But if it's something that you backtest and at the end of the day, the result is not so good, avoid it. Whether it is martingale or non martingale, it doesn't matter. What matters is the backtesting, and in your backtest, you have to put your capital. For example, in our backtest now, you can see my capital. Sorry, where am I? Sorry. Uh, so I can't find where I am again. Okay, anyway, cancel. So in our back test here, you discover that we have, look at it, our capital, our expert properties, in the capital, we have 10,000. I can change this to $100. So when you're doing your back test, you need to actually put in a very good amount that you want to use to back test. Okay. Another question. Okay, somebody said like $50. Like I said, it all depends on your back test. It all depends on your back test. All right, from Mr. DME, just a feedback. I'm a newbie, funded my account with $50 and started with copy trading, okay, to my works. Okay, I'm already in 39 profit. Wow, congratulations, Mr. DME. So Mr. DME is saying that he started as a newbie with $50 and he's using our copy trading system, guys. Copy trading system. Our copy trading system, in case you don't know, Yoruba people will say Oncho. Oncho Gidigo, I tell you, because it's a very, very wonderful. We have a lot of very professional traders. I mean, guys, these guys were making over more than $1 million during our competition. We had a competition 3 months ago. People were making $1 million on our system. Not one, not two, not three. It was a crazy period. So we have very good guys on our copy system. So he's saying that he funded $50 and he has already made $39 in profit in just one day. Anyway, Mr. DME, congratulations to you. Please withdraw and send the man of God tithes. It's very, very important for the ministry to move to permanent sites. All right. So congratulations. All right. Can I copy trade with small? Yes, Mr. You can see Mr. Adeyemi with $50. You can actually start with that also. But it's always good to always withdraw regularly. Please take note of that. Always withdraw your profits regularly. Any other questions on this, guys? So this is just the EA part. Remember, the copy part is actually straightforward. You can just go to our system, log into your account, and then go to copy trading, and then pick anybody you want to pick. Sometimes if you don't know who to pick, you can liaise with your account manager to pick the best people you want to pick, and then you can actually start doing this. So it's very, very simple. Do you have any question before we call it a day, guys? If you don't have any question, tomorrow we're going to be having another version of this where we're going to be using FS Dreamer. So if you don't understand the ChatGPT version, tomorrow we're going to be talking about FS Dreamer and how it works with Mr. Obina. And like I said, like I promised, I'm going to be dropping these softwares for us. I'm going to be dropping the softwares for us on our through our account managers. I'm going to be sending it to them probably by today or tomorrow morning. I'm going to compile it and send the 2 or 3 to them, so you can always get it from them, and then you can back test it, make sure that you know what is happening there before you use it on your system. And if you want to build your own, so I've taught you how to build your own. It's pretty straightforward. I advise and encourage everyone to learn how to build their own. Straightforward, it's very simple. And you can also make money from selling it on the platform. On the platform, on the MT4 platform. All right, not on ABC platform. We don't sell EAs or, but MT4 platform, you can sell it. There's a marketplace here on the MT4 platform. Let me show you guys while I'm waiting for your feedbacks. There's a marketplace here on the MT4 platform. Let me quickly show you. Not this. So you can see, let's go to markets. You can see markets. There's a marketplace here where people are selling different types of softwares, different type. It's not all of them that know how to code, though. It's not all of them that knows how to code. You can see different types of softwares. Different types of softwares. All right. So this guy now, $2,800. I have it. This guy. Maybe I should even share it with what I'm going to be sharing with you. How many of you want me to share this particular software? I should share Black Wolf and this guy with you guys. How many of you want me to share this one with you? I have it. I actually bought it some years ago. It's also good, but like I said, it's all about back testing it and understanding how it works before using it on your account, and also use it on demo first before you even jump on a real account with it. Okay. Is it free? Is it sorry? Please go ahead to ask your questions, please. For now, the copy trading is free. You don't need to pay anything. Copy trading is free. You don't need to pay anything. Copy trading is free. Okay, okay. Now, somebody say please share the shareable. So please take note to disclaimer. I'm sharing this to your account managers so that you can get it from them. But when you're getting it from them, there are criterias. You have to be a client, and you have to have some funds in your account. There's a minimum fund you have to have in your account. They are going to tell you what the minimum fund is, right? So it's free of charge. You're not paying anything, but for only people that are serious about this business. You can see Mr. DME was serious. Mr. DME, I'm very sure the first time he met me was in Ikeja last week Friday. I'm very, very sure. And he started with $50, and today look at him. He has already made $39 in profit. Okay, so this business is not for talkers. It's actually for doers. It's not for people it's not for observers or talkers. Are people who are ready to do. All right. So it's a business that has to do with taking calculated risk and taking action. Okay, so for those people that are ready, that are really serious about this business, I'm sharing something over $5,000, worth over $5,000 with you for free. I only expect that you should be able to dedicate some level of seriousness to it to actually use it properly. All right, so please take note of that. Please take note of that. You have to have a very good amount in your account. They're going to be giving you the minimum you have to have in your account. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I'm really, really happy to have everyone here. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone. Please, let's get prepared. Tomorrow is going to be juicier, guys. I'm having my Oga at the top, all the way from Abuja. Is going to be here live and direct. And some of us, me now, I did biology education, all right? It's because of, I want to keep poverty. That's why I'm doing all this. I'm finding myself here, even though I'm in love with the whole business now. But if not for poverty, I will not be here. But my Oga tomorrow, this guy actually is a prodigy and is a computer scientist. Is a computer scientist. Is somebody who has very in-depth knowledge when it comes to computer language, computer programming, and I think it's a very good thing that we're having him to round off this fantastic AI business training that we've been doing since yesterday. So I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Debayo, Mr. Deleke Isaac, Mr. DME, I see you. Mr. D, I think I have Mr. DMEs here. Both Mr. DMEs, I see you. Thank you so very much. Mr. Ayefu, I see you. Chibuzo, I see you. Thank you so very much. Diofolent, I don't know if you have a question for me, Diofolent, but if you do, you can just drop it in the chat for me so I see it. I see you, Egosa. All right, I see you. Mr. Emmanuel Ojong, I see you too. And I know you said you're interested. don't worry, your account manager is going to be getting across to you so that you can get it for free of charge. And if you're interested in the copy trading too, it's actually free of charge. All you just have to do is to fund your account and copy whoever you want to copy. Engineer Fabumi Olamide, I see you. Thank you so very much for being here in the house today. Mr. Ibito, I see you. Always a pleasure to have you around. Madam Itunolua Fadiyimu, I don't know if I got that correctly, but if I don't, please pardon me. I see you, Ma. Thank you so much for in the house. Mr. Jeff, I see you. Mr. Jonathan, always a pleasure to have you in the house. Mr. Mayo Wow, I see you. Thank you so very much for joining us this morning. Mr. Obanishe Gilbert, I also see you. Mr. Obina. Mr. Obina is actually with us. He has been with us since this lecture. So, of course, like I said, tomorrow is going to be taking it away. Mr. Olutayo, I see you. Mr. Paul, I see you. Real Gold, always a pleasure to have you in the house. Fantastic person you are. Madam Victoria, I also see you. Wale Shiu, I see you. I don't know if I got that correctly. I see every one of you. Thank you so very much for being in the house. My name is Precious David, your brother in wealth. This is EBC Nigeria, the world best broker. And I'm going to be seeing us tomorrow where we are going to be talking about how we can actually take advantage of, what's it called? FX Dreamer to be able to do some fantastic work also in the area of in the area of trading automation with Obina Onana. Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day and God bless you all. And remember, we're going to be posting this on YouTube. It's going to be on YouTube. You can always watch the recording on YouTube. The one we did yesterday is already there. Before this evening, I'm going to be posting this one also. You can always watch the recording on YouTube. Let's have a fantastic day ahead and God bless you all.